missed free throw is like a turnover. If you can't go up to the foul line and convert, the other team's going to have the ball with a chance to cut it to 2.
I've often wondered, Dan, why teams don't come out in the early stages of a ball game and play this kind of defense just to upset the flow of an offense. Yeah, next it's exciting championship boxing. Julio Pedrosa defends his WBA World Featherweight title, but right now it is Shag Williams converting the first half of the 1-1.
It's a lonely feeling stepping up to that foul line when everybody's screaming and yelling at you, but a very gratifying one when you can quiet the crowd.
He's got them both. Morrell comes out for Washington. Kevin Vedato is checked in. 1:59 to play in the ball game. We now pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is Channel 4, KNBC, Los Angeles.
1:52 to play in this ball game. That is Beck, baseline from 15. Bounces around, won't go. The tip won't go. Rebound, Christian Velp. A big board for Washington. And it comes with 1:41 to play. Lead pass, Taylor. He sends it way back out on top to Williams.
That was a great save by J.D. Taylor because Velp almost threw the ball out of bounds. And it looks like Washington has regrouped. They may have stemmed the tide. If they can get these 2 free throws down, they've got an 8-point lead with 1:30 to go. They'd be in pretty good shape.
And keep in mind, the Huskies head home to take on USC on Thursday. And then next Saturday, a week from today, right here on NBC, Dan Belwamini and I will be on hand in Seattle to bring you that UCLA Huskies game.
Jimmy Guinness just fouls out for Arizona State. Eric Holloway will come back in the ball game. Arizona State showed a lot of character, Phil, in the second half. They were down a bunch, 35-17 at halftime, and they've come out and played an outstanding second half. And I'm sure Bob Weinhauer is very proud of his team and the fact that they didn't fall down and die. They came out and made a real ball game out of this. Dynas' numbers 2 for 5 from the field, and he's 4 for 5 from the line, so he leads with 8 points.
Fortier converts out of bounds quickly. Here comes ASU. 1:30 to play. It is an 8-point lead again for the Huskies. Shot from way out. No good. Off the hand of Ron Singleton. Rebound. Beck. Thomas has it now. He takes it inside. Goes up and over everybody. And the smallest man on the court puts it over the top of Paul Fortier. What a shot by Arthur Thomas. And an immediate timeout by the Sun Devils. So with 1:15 to play, again, the Devils scratch and claw to within 6. We'll be back in a moment.
I grew up on UCLA basketball. Alcindor, Sidney Wicks, Walton, and Dick Enberg calling the shots. Seems I spent every spare minute watching them play and then practicing my moves on the concrete.
Tomorrow, come on home to college basketball. Doubleheader action begins at 1 Eastern when Illinois meets the Cougars of Houston. Then at 3 Eastern, Notre Dame battles UCLA. Good reasons to come on home to college basketball. Sunday on NBC.
Yeah, while we were away, there was a lot of action going on the court. The cheerleading squad took off to the center of the court, and everybody piled on.
I couldn't believe that. Everybody started jumping on each other. Look at the poor guy that gets up from the bottom. He might be permanently injured.
Well, 1:15 to play. There's the timeout situation. Bobby Weinhauer trying to figure out a way to make up 6 points in about 75 seconds.
And he can do it. It's not a task that's insurmountable. And there he's going over and diagramming what do we do if we score? What do we do if we miss? What defense are we in? He wants to make sure that nothing is left to chance.
Dan, you saw USC and UCLA last night at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles. Does Washington have what it takes to knock off the USCs and the UCLAs? They'll see them this week.
Well, certainly Washington is as talented as any team in a conference. And you look at USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon State, and can beat anybody at any time. And I think those teams are at the top. And I don't think Arizona is too far behind. That's a sleeper team in the conference. It's coming on quietly.
It is out of bounds, and ASU will have it, and Velp is really upset. He wants to know why there wasn't a whistle. Now you're getting back to talking about Washington. They are awfully tough to beat at Edmondson Arena, too.
This is the kind of thing, if you're in Washington's shoes, you do not need to do, and I'm sure Marv Harshman's very upset. You do not need to turn it over, not even get an opportunity. And Arizona State has a chance to cut this to 4.
Thomas kisses it off the glass. Check that Singleton, Ron Singleton. We're down to a 4-point ball game. Washington trying to hold off the Charging Devils.
And you saw Bob Weinheimer telling his team, okay, fellas, settle down. Still a long time to play. Let's not get too excited. I think Weinheimer's in this basketball game. Watch the score. Watch it. Timeout. That's the last timeout.
Singleton, Dan, with 14 points in the second half. Now, don't forget, there's exciting ring action next year on NBC Sports. We've been telling you about it all afternoon. It is for the WBA World Featherweight Championship. Asubio Pedroza, he loves to go to the body, and you can bet he will find Jorge Luan a very formidable opponent. All of that next here on NBC Sports. Now, what has happened to the Washington Huskies, Dan? They had the 18-point lead at halftime. It was, by and large, still an 18-point bulge with 7-8 minutes gone in the second half. And then it appears as if they simply...